The 2010-2011 athletic season is now complete, and it was another spectacular year for the Denver Pioneers. For the fourth straight year, the University of Denver is the top-ranked non-football playing school in the country and winner of the Learfield Sports I-AAA Directors Cup. The Pioneers dominated the Directors Cup standings, finishing 24 spots higher than the next I-AAA school. The Directors Cup is intended to recognize the nation's most broad-based athletic programs, those that emphasize all sports and not just a chosen few. That is the University of Denver in a nutshell. The Pioneers sent 9 teams and 3 individuals to NCAA postseason play. Not only was DU the nation's top I-AAA program, it was the top program in the Sun Belt Conference, nearly 50 spots ahead of its closest competitor. Denver was the top athletic program in the state and the Front Range, finishing ahead of CU, CSU, Air Force, Wyoming, and UNC. On a national scale, the Pioneers' 54th place finish out of 345 Division I schools left them ahead of national powers such as Georgetown, Miami, Syracuse, Kansas State, Kansas, and Boston College. This year's brightest of many bright spots belong to the DU men's lacrosse team. Under legendary coach Bill Tierney, Denver made its first ever trip to the Final Four before losing to eventual national champion Virginia in the semifinals. The men's and women's ski teams were once again among the nation's elite, finishing 5th at the NCAA championships. Seppi Stiegler captured the national title in men's giant slalom. Ida Dillignon did the same on the ladies' side, and Sterling Grant was champion in the ladies' slalom. George Gwozdecki's Pioneer hockey team once again returned to the national stage, competing in its 4th consecutive NCAA tourney. DU put itself in some very elite company this year, putting together its 10th consecutive 20-win season before falling in the NCAA tourney's Elite 8. Melissa Kutcher-Reinhardt and the DU gymnastics team provided Denver with 52.5 Learfield Cup points. The Pioneers overcame a rash of injuries to reach the NCAA regionals and posted a 4th place finish. Junior Brianna Springer qualified for nationals in the all-around as an individual, and freshman Jory Hall began her DU career with a trip to nationals on the balance beam. The DU men's and women's swimming and diving teams both captured Sun Belt Conference championships. Grace Kittle didn't stop there, qualifying for nationals and becoming DU's first Division I swimming All-American. She finished 8th in the 200 breaststroke, setting DU and Sun Belt Conference records in the process. Speaking of sweeping conference titles, the DU men's and women's golf teams did just that. The Pioneer men came out of nowhere to win their 2nd conference crown, playing with 3 freshmen. Eric Husa's squad earned itself a ticket to the NCAA regionals and a solid 10th place finish. The ladies of Sammy Churgo chalked up their 8th straight Sun Belt Conference crown. Even more impressive, DU qualified for its 10th consecutive NCAA regional. The Pioneer soccer programs both won their regular season titles, the ladies taking the Sun Belt, the men the MPSF. Bobby Muse's men also found itself in postseason play, earning its 2nd NCAA tourney bid in 3 seasons. Finally, on the tennis courts, both the men's and women's squads reached the semis of the Sun Belt Conference tourney. And A. Bonin qualified for the NCAA men's singles championships, falling in the round of 64. It was indeed a tremendous year for the University of Denver. 8 conference team titles, 9 teams in NCAA postseason play, 4 Coaches of the Year, a 10th Sun Belt Conference Academic Award, 8 All-Americans, a host of all-conference players, and oh yeah, the announcement of a brand new conference home starting in 2012. 2010-2011, outstanding in many ways, but really just a continuation of DU's tradition of excellence.